Hi there, beautiful souls, and welcome back, or welcome to the Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It was a glorious weekend for me, a little bit of a mix of everything, and I must say, I loved every moment of it. It is a chilly start to the day here. It is bitterly cold out. It's so cold that I had to carry the dog back in from her walk this morning outside. It is cold, and I know it's winter in Canada, but I'm still going to mention it is so darn cold here. Good morning. Hello, everyone. It's good to be here. I am on a very tight time schedule today. I won't be taking too many questions after the energy update, but I will try and hang out a little bit on Friday morning and take extra questions Friday. I don't have any leeway in the time schedule this morning. Okay, let's jump into the energy update. So, and then right away, and then I will grab a couple questions if time permits. Um, I sat with spirit quite a while this morning with the energy, and there's a lot going on collectively. There's a lot of energy and collective baggage is how it came up. It came up when I was meditating. This week, it's going to be about protecting your emotional sensitivity. There's a lot going on, in the world, social media wise, politically. There's, in your personal life, there's a lot going on, and there's an emotional sensitivity that's attached to that as well. I've talked about, the last couple of weeks about Gentle January and Heart Driven, and this week it's even more important that we kind of come into that heart space and kind of feel into what's driving your energy right now. What's driving your energy? Where are you floating around in that? And just kind of like putting down the confusion, taking a step back, and just kind of allowing yourself to say, where is my emotional sensitivity at? And even the astrology, I took a peek at the astrology before coming on this morning, and we're in a very interesting space with the astrology. We are in a Mars retrograde, and the first phase of the Mars retrograde was in Leo, and we're just coming out of that. Leo, brave heart, courage heart, that strength, that loving strength. And now we're shifting into the Cancer part of Mars retrograde, and Cancer is about the nurturing heart, the gentle heart, the loving heart, the self-love. So even our retrograde, even our astrology is pointing at this whole love energy, the heart-driven space, the gentle divine feminine, leaning into that. And if you have to disconnect from the outside world a little bit, the political, world is going to happen regardless of where you put your emotional sensitivity in that. It's the same thing with the social media part. It's an emotional sensitivity, and we need to protect that, and we need to make sure that we're really keeping our balance this week, because I felt that if we leaned into too much of the external world, the physical world, it's going to kind of upset a lot of emotional stuff. So, if you're sensitive, and I think most of you are, most of you are very empathic, most of you are feeling that. Well, look where you're spending that emotional sensitivity. There's a lot of positive going on right now. I mean, that isn't even making the news, really. Like, there's so much that's in front of us all the time that's heavy and hard. Watch your emotional sensitivity. Watch where you're spending that. Watch that you're not picking up the collective baggage. There's a lot of beautiful energy around us right now as well. What's driving your energy? And that was the question that Spirit gave me to ask all of you. What's driving your energy right now? And if you need to disconnect, if you need to reground, if you need to kind of step out and say, you know what, I'm just gonna put on I'm gonna change my lenses to rose colored and just sit in love and just sit in that heart centered space. Nurture that's heart space, and take everything there this week. Take everything to your heart. And it won't lead you wrong. It won't lead you in a direction that you're not supposed to be going. There's also some feelings this week. So I just want to touch base on a few things that you may be feeling. You may be feeling that unmotivated, confused in your direction on where you're going, on what's happening around you, or the direction that you want to take. You may be feeling this week that you're one step taking one step forward, two steps back, and frustration may come in. Frustration may be coming in with, this is what, this isn't happening, or this isn't right, or this is what's happening, and this isn't right. Come back to that heart space and be guided. Listen to what you're guided to. Fall in love in that heart space with yourself. Fall in love in that energy. Let yourself, use your imagination, and just be still in the heart space this week. And those feelings of unmotivated and confusion, and it can lead to, like, not being patient with yourself. It can lead to not, pulling in the self-care. Just kind of nurture. Make sure that you're spending that Cancer energy, because that Cancer energy in the Mars retrograde. Make sure that you're nurturing. Just make sure that you're nurturing yourself, and try not to judge being unmotivated. Try not to judge the confusion. Just try and kind of say, you know what? I'm working through some healing right now, and so is the physical world, and I'm going to nurture myself. Collective baggage and emotional sensitivity. It's an interesting feel. So back into the heart, back into that gentle, back into, what, you'll figure it out. We always do. Kind of lean in there a little bit. All right, let's grab some questions here, because I'm really on tight schedule this morning. Kayla, good morning, Lana. I'm stressing out about immigration. We received a letter for more information. Can Spirit help, please? Spirit is helping. I feel like Kayla, it probably feels like you're being tested right now, isn't it? It's not a test, and I feel like I've got to just say that you're not being tested. It's all going to work out. It's all about the guidance. I feel like I've got to say, come back into that knowing. I know, Kayla, you know that you made the right decision with moving. You know that it's all going to work out. This is just physical world steps and physical world BS. And I feel, and I just feel, and I that little kind of chuckle, is things that are out of your control, and just come back into the knowing. You're gonna land where you're supposed to land, and just lean into that trust. I know it's hard, and when it's easy, it's easy. When it's hard, man, it's brutal, right? And that's kind of how it feels there. And Kayla, just lean into trust, free fall, trust the free fall with it. Joanne, any messages for me? Joanne, I feel like I've just got to say, you're doing the best from with where you're standing always, and I feel like I've just got to say, it's this Spirit, and that's my sign for being a little bit more proud of yourself, being a little bit more, gentle with yourself. With, what, I did that, and I did the best that I could, and just kind of allowing that to kind of marinate. I feel like I got to get you to marinate in all of the great things that you're doing and have done, and and the momentum that you're taking. I feel like I've got to get you to marinate in that a little bit this week, and I love how Spirit gave that marinate. That's what she said. Burr, yeah. Oh, it's cold, all right. But shy. Just want to let you know, Lana, that I reached out for more professional help with the current situation, and balls seem to be rolling now. I love that for you. It's all about reaching out and leaning on support systems. You are more supported than perhaps what you're always feeling. You're supported both physical world and spirit dimensions, shy, and I feel like I've got to wrap you up in that. It's going to be okay. You've got the strength and the courage. Lean into that Leo, that lion, brave heart energy, and allow yourself to kind of frolic in that. They're shy. My husband's sister passed away a few days ago. This is from Jules. Could we get a message from her for him? I'm just leaning in there for a sec, Jules. I just had to shift gears for a second. Number one, she's okay. I just have to kind of acknowledge that I'm okay. I'm okay. It's smooth transition is how she's showing it to me. She's also showing me that she checked into the spirit dimensions. Okay, I'm here. Come here. And she's come back already to kind of hold space, help with the sadness, help with the grieving. But she's got like a fiery feeling to her, like the fiery energy to her, where I'm here to help you, and I'm okay. And she's holding that space of in such a loving, in such a gentle kind of manner. She's like, I checked in and came back. She's got a real big humor about it too. She wants the family to know that she knew how loved she was, and she knows how loved she is, and that everything is okay with her. She is working through, and we do transition. We do have our own healing and our own processing to do. She's good. And she's sending so much love and support. She's literally holding everything's very supportive right now. So I'm, and you can just comment if you wish, Jules. I feel like she was a very supportive person here in the physical dimension, and when she was here physically, I feel that because she's just building these support beams around everyone. January's been everything but gentle. Lean in there. We can go through the hard stuff gently, Shy. It's about nurturing ourselves even when it's hard. It's about being gentle even when it's hard. -13 without the windshield here. Yeah, it's cold. It is cold. Bracing myself for inauguration today. Melissa, brace yourself in love and light and gentle, and I feel, and I have said this before, this is only temporary for my friends in the US. This is only temporary. Don't go waist deep in this. Don't do it. Don't go waist deep in it. It is what it is. What's in my control, what's not in my control, what is in your control is your reaction and how deep you're going to go. Stay out of that energy the best that you can. Is it's only a temporary. This temporary too, by the way. Okay. It's still not sure, says Dee Dee, about a road trip tomorrow. I'm getting a vibe not to go. What do you see? Dee Dee, I always trust. And I say trust what you feel. Even if you don't know why. I have literally gone somewhere, put the truck in park and couldn't get out. And it's like, nope, I'm not meant to go in there. I've turned around and come back. I always trust the vibe, and I think that I don't want to say that it's a test, but it kind of helps our growth. It kind of gives us that I don't need to know why. I just need to trust what I'm feeling. And I feel like when we trust what we're feeling, it not only does it honor us, but it also helps us kind of in that level up space. How many times have you had that thought, didn't listen, and you were like, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have. I knew I should have. It's that intuitive piece that's growing within you, and even though you may not know why, and I don't think that's one thing us humans want to know is why. Why do I feel this way? What's going to happen? Why? We want to know the whys, and just lean into the feeling. This is how I feel, and you may be disappointed. You planned a little road trip, but you're feeling not yet, and you just need to trust that, Dee Dee. Rachel, Melissa, thoughts are with you. I imagine it's extremely difficult. Love from the UK. I love the support in this group. All right, here we go. I feel supported by most of the people around me, which I'm grateful for. I feel like my foundations may just be tested, and that I've been building over the past couple of years. And you know what, Shy? We always have that vibe, those moments where it's not smooth, and we don't have all the support all the time. And sometimes we don't understand the people that we need the support from the most. Are not in that vibration of being able to fully give us what we need. And I always say, look at the intention, look at the intention of that, or if are they trying the best that they can, where's their intention in it? And I know that you're doing that naturally anyway, Shy, but you are so supportive, and and being gentle through this situation is going to help you immensely. Ina, my super spirit team has something they want me to, okay. My super spirit team has something they want me to know right now. I feel like I've got to say with that, Ina, is there's some growth mindset that's going to be kind of coming in your path, and I feel like I've got to open up extra. So like we never, and I say this all the time. There's never a ceiling to the on. Oh, I've learned enough. We never hit that ceiling on. Oh, I know it all, and I feel like they're just saying, what more? There's some delicious growth coming for you, and I just got to open that door even wider. So it might be listening to podcasts, a little bit more meditation, a little bit more just grounding myself, or a little bit more slowing it down a little bit. I feel like they're bringing you something, some growth. I feel like it's like I'm suddenly in a new classroom learning something. That's how it feels there for me, and I feel very excited about it. I feel like, oh, something delicious to learn, and I just feel like I just gotta lean into that vibration of that I'm learning all the time kind of feeling. Um Lana, she's always been an amazing, supportive person. That sounds just like her. Then that's how she feels. Like it was literally like when she checked in, she hit like the check-in button like a bell. She just literally checked in, Jules, and was like, I'm good. I'll be right back. I've got a support. That's how her energy felt there for me. There's also something significant, Jules, as significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. I feel like I've got to talk about July and September as being two significant months. Just kind of remember that I said it if it's not jumping out at you, but she's definitely here supporting. And spirit wants us to and they understand our sadness and our grief. They truly do. But she wants everyone to be okay. And I feel like this lady moved mountains when she was here, by the way. I just feel like she accomplished, and I just feel really proud of what I accomplished, my accomplishments. um there we go. Okay. um and if it is her, so to be checking on her family, it is for them, for the grief. She is the oldest in the family. What That's so beautiful. Dee Dee, thank you, Lana. I'll trust how I feel because it has to do with staying in my own lane, control what I can control. Uh, Beautifully said, Dee Dee. Control what you can control. And there have been many, many times, and I still, if I reflect back, I still don't know, why I felt a certain way about not having, not wanting to go, or just didn't feel right. And there was no major reason. I just knew how the messages that I was receiving. I just knew that this is how it had to be. And when we put down the need of why all the time, it just kind of has more of that allowing space. Just trust it, Dee Dee. Just allow it. Just kind of say, well, this is the message that I've received. I'm just going to trust it. Okay, you guys. I know I've only been on a few minutes, but what baffles me is that it doesn't occur to them that my behavior towards them changed because I'm scared. Shy, some people can't always see it as we see it, right? And it can be their own experience, it can be their own point of view, their own viewpoints. Wrap yourself in safety. Shy, wrap yourself in that vibe. I do feel that you're gonna sort this out, Shy, and there's gonna be a huge aha moment there for you. Diane Lopez, do my guides have any messages for me today? Diane, I feel like I've got to. Do you struggle with embracing change? I just want to first ask you that. Yeah, okay, I just feel like it's like I feel like there's good change coming. I feel like I've got to kind of strip down raw in saying, okay, whatever direction we're going in, we're going into. I just feel like that compass and direction is kind of like spinning a little bit. So when I see the internal compass and it starts to spin a little bit, I feel like it's either that, like there's change coming and you're not sure what to do with it. And I just have to say, follow your intuition and just allow. I feel like I've got to say, I'm going to get a little bit more comfortable in change. Oh, there it is. Yes, I do, says Diana. Okay, I feel like I've got to say, follow your internal guidance. Follow that. Follow that knowing. Follow that. I need to pause and just kind of think about the decisions and the changes that I make. It feels good. It feels like new guidance, but I feel you wobbling when your internal compass starts to say, "Oh, it's time to change that." And it can be it doesn't need to be big life changes. It can be, I think I need to change how I'm thinking about that. I think I need to change a little bit of my own energy. I think I need to change, like, it can be it can be that simple. And I just feel like you kind of jump into that overthinking bit of panic mode. And I just have to say, take a big breath in and just embrace the your inner compass in the new direction. Jules, her birthday and her husband's birthday month, and September is my husband's birthday month. Oh, I love that. I love that. She definitely showed up here today. Please let your husband know and the family know that she's definitely supporting them here. I also, no, it's not your name, Jules, but is there another J acknowledgement? Like, is there like a James or a Jen? There's another J name that she's trying to acknowledge. Reading on a YouTube live has a bit of a different vibe because I mean, there's many of us here, but and so I could be. But yeah, she has to acknowledge another J. There's something else with another J name. Um, Rachel, that's sweet. Jordan is my son's name. Okay. And is there a Brian or a Brad? There's a B name she's trying to get me to. She's also kicking up her heels, like it's like good time. She's like, I'm having a good time. Bridget, there we go. There's the BR name. Very, very. I love that. I feel like she had a lot of spunk, a lot of like good time kind of energy about her. She's so present and so here and so supportive and so helping. All right, you guys, thumbs up if you enjoyed our brief chat today. I left the monetization off because I was going to be here short. I didn't want it to be interrupted. Let's see what our spirit guidebook is talking about today. Thank you so much, Lana. I have chills. You're very welcome. You can thank her for showing up. I just listened. Okay. Okay. Dolphin. Take a few minutes today to meditate while playing one of your favorite pieces of music. Listen more and talk less, especially to the subtle levels of communication from other people and from the natural world. Think and behave more lovingly. There's a lot. There's the heart space, and positively towards the person that you're having a difficult time with. Shy, that might be for you. Smile more at others and notice how they smile back. Try dolphin breathing by taking 3 slow, deep breaths each time, exhaling with an audible sound, and observe how you feel. That's the letting go. That's the letting go. When we breathe to let go, and when we just kind of breathe, and we hold so much energy in, right? We hold so much. Guys, try not to get too caught up in all of this social media stuff that's going around. Most of it's not even true anyway. Just so that you know. And and there's been great things like no one's talking about the the shifts in with releasing prisoners of war, and no one's talking about peace talks, and it's all about presidents and TikTok and what's negative. There's a lot of positive too, and just watch where your balance is this week. Just watch where your balance is. It's going to be extremely important, especially those of you who are sensitive. Kayla, thank you for everything, Lana. You are so loved and appreciated, and I feel that. I feel that immensely. You make my soul's journey in the physical world easier. We all journey together, and I feel so loved. I was just having this conversation yesterday with someone who made a comment about I don't know how you show up on social media platforms, and with all it being negative. And I said, you know what? In the last several years, I have had like 3 negative comments. I am so loved and supported on social media, and that is the good side of social media. There's a lot of love and support, and I feel that immensely. So thank you for holding that space. Thank you for holding that space. And thank you for loving each other, right? When we love each other, and it's all about that heart space. And what's interesting when you think about it is we tend to connect February with love space, and and it's been all about January. January's been all love space, all heart space, all about that space. And I love it. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful day. I will spend some extra time on Friday morning, but I do have to get out of here, and the truck's going to need a few extra minutes to warm up. And Luna's got to go back out because she didn't do all of her business outside this morning because it was too cold. It was too cold to do all my business, she said. So she only did half her business. So I got to get her back out. As always, I'm wishing you love, light, blessings, and cheers. Have a spirit guided day, you guys. Take care.